about what we got going on. So we have a few things coming up in May, but they are live to sign up for now. That is starting out with our Mobility Matters program. That's going to be May 6th through the 31st. That's always a really fun program to really dive into mobility over the course of the month. So definitely encourage you to check that out. And also, I'm super excited about the Murph Challenge. We did this one in Fort Collins last year, and it was a hit. And so we want to offer it to all of you this year. If you don't know what that is, scan that QR code and it'll tell you more about what the program is and how you can participate in it. So check that out. And then we also have a cooking demo coming up. We're going to be doing high protein bagels with herb and garlic cream cheese. So that'll be really fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of this screen so that we can get into our stretching. Okay, so today we are going to be working on stretching the upper body. So it's going to deal a little bit with the spine, but also the shoulders, the arms, different areas like that. So before we get into any bigger stretches, let's just start and loosen up. So let's start out with a few shoulder rolls. I'm going to start by rolling those shoulders forward. Pick them up like you're trying to touch your shoulders to your ears and then roll them as far forward as you can get it. And I'm starting out in a standing position, but quite a few of our exercises that we're doing today, you can do seated as well, which is perfect because you can come back throughout the day if you're ever sitting at your desk and you just need to loosen up a little bit. You can always do these. Reverse that. I'm going to roll those shoulders back now. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and go into a few neck rolls. And so whenever you do this, you don't want to put too much pressure, just allow your head to fall down to the side and then slowly roll your head back to the opposite side and forward. Just be nice, slow, and controlled with this. We don't want to pull anything in the neck. That's a pretty sensitive area, so we want to be nice to it. If you feel a spot that's extra sensitive, knot it up tight, maybe you got a crick in your neck, then you can just hang out there. You don't have to actively be moving throughout the entire time. All right, great job. Okay, next up, what we are going to do, we're going to do a little bit more stretch in the neck into the shoulders. So I'm going to have you take your right arm, place it behind your back. Now take your left hand, and I want you to actually pull that right arm as far over as you can comfortably get it. Now, while you're in this position, you're kind of dragging your right shoulder down in that position. So go ahead and take your head and lean to the left. So now we're going to be feeling a big stretch pretty much from under your ear all the way down your neck into your shoulder. And you don't have to worry about actively pulling that arm super, super far. A lot of times once you get it in that kind of extended position, it'll just kind of, you can just kind of hold it in place. Great job. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side now. So take your left arm behind the back, right hand grabs the left arm and pulls it over. We're dragging our left shoulder now. Go ahead and take your head and position it to the right. Now we got a big stretch on the left side of our neck down into our shoulder. Great job. Hold that for just a few seconds. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to get into the spine a little bit. Now, this is one of the few times that you're going to hear a trainer say this, but we're actually going to try to curve our back now. So, unlike what you might hear in a strength workout where we say to keep your back straight, you want to actually put a big C curve in your spine to get started with this. I want to go all the way down into a forward fold, but I want to start out by tucking our chin, and then we're going to go to our mid back, try to put a big bend in your mid back, and then just slowly roll your torso down until you're in a full forward fold. Nice job. Now let's do the opposite of that. So now we're going to start with the lower back. Take that lower back, bring it back into position, lock those hips out, and then go ahead, straighten that mid back out. Now you can untuck the chin. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Nice, slow, and controlled. Tuck the chin. Big bend in the mid back, almost like you're doing a cat stretch. And then continue to roll your torso forward down your body. Big forward fold. Then reverse. Lower back straightens up, mid back straightens up. Pull those shoulders back, untuck the chin. Very nice job. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to go into a basic rear delt stretch. So we're getting the back of our shoulders now. So take that right arm, and you can keep that right arm pretty straight. Go ahead and cross it over your body. You can use your left hand to press that arm in real tight. And a lot of times whenever I do this, and we're just going to hold this in a static stretch. Whenever I do this, a lot of the times I'll actually put this at an angle. So I'll tuck this in right underneath my chin. It gets a pretty nice angle to get right on the back of the shoulder there. Sometimes if you let that arm fall forward too much, you'll lose a little bit of that stretch. So try to keep that arm tucked up. Great job. Same thing, other side. Left arm, cross body. Use that right hand to press your arm. Tuck it up underneath the chin. And then just relax that left arm. Let it get a big stretch in the left shoulder. Nice job. Okay. Next up, we're going to get a little bit more on our shoulders, but we're going to go into the triceps and even into our serratus anterior and our torso a little bit. Go ahead, take that right arm, and then you're going to slightly bend it behind your head. Take your left arm, grab that elbow, and then just use it to press that elbow down. Now, you can hold this stretch if you'd like to. This is a nice big stretch. You're going to get a little bit of stretch in the shoulders and the triceps. And if you're like me, you're already starting to feel a little bit of stretch out to the side of your armpit area. But if you really want a big stretch that goes down your torso, then go ahead, keep this position, but now bend your torso to the left. You're going to feel a lot bigger stretch right by the armpit, maybe even leaning down into the side of the ribs. Nice job. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Left arm, elbow bend behind head, grab the right, or use the right hand to grab your left arm. Push it down. Nice big bend. Again, you don't have to do that bend. Great job. Okay, we've got about a minute left, and this is one of my favorite stretches coming up. If you have your chair next to you, this is a great exercise to do. You can either do this bending forward on the back side of the chair, or you can kneel down in front of the seat. So what you're going to do, you're going to find either the back of the chair or the seat of the chair, grab onto it, palm down. And now we're going to keep our arm completely straight. Lock that arm out. Press your chest out. And now we're going to lean forward. So our chest is facing the floor. And we've got our palm elevated on that chair. It's going to give us a nice big chest stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, or you want this to get into the shoulders a little bit, you can slightly turn your torso away from the chair. That's going to get into the shoulder, the anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder just a little bit more. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So now, palm facing down, chair on the left side, arm straight, puff the chest out, lean forward, chest is facing the ground, arm is straight. If you want to get into that shoulder a little bit more, you can slightly turn your torso. It will not take much. Great job. Okay. Very nice job. And that is a bigger stretch in a bigger muscle group. So you can hold that for, up to 30 to 60 seconds if you want, just depending on your mobility, how long you can stay in that comfortably. But that is all of our stretches for today. So thank you guys so much for joining me for today's desk stretch. If you have any questions about any of the stretches that we did, just feel free to reach out to me. Love to go over it with you. But besides that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Stefan.